Chance died a horrible death, choosing an abusive husband over drugs and over the life of her own child.
The grandmother of baby Chance Walsh providing very powerful testimony. You just heard her there. Her daughter was sentenced to 25 years in prison for her role in her son's death.
As part of this plea agreement, Kristen Bury pleading no contest to aggravated manslaughter, but in turn, she'll have to testify against the baby's father, Joseph Walsh, who is charged with second-degree murder. Prosecutors say the couple buried Chance in some woods in Northport back in September after Joseph Walsh allegedly beat him to death.
4 in your corners, Mark Jackman explaining where the case goes from here.
Collapsing into tears as she faces the judge over the death of her newborn son, Chance. Kristen Bury pleaded guilty to aggravated manslaughter in exchange for a 25-year prison sentence. She must now testify against her husband.
All right, Ms. Bury, I will accept the plea. I will find that the factual basis has been properly presented to the court.
Deputies say the baby's father, Joseph Walsh, beat the 8-week-old to death in September. Then the couple reportedly left baby Chance in his crib for 8 days decomposing and eventually burying him in a wooded area 13 miles from their home. In the courtroom, Kristen's parents both spoke after her sentencing.
She lacks the most basic instinct that defines us as human beings. The mother's instinct to love and protect her young at all costs.
Kristen's mother says her daughter grew up in a loving old-fashioned family and was not the victim of neglect or a dysfunctional family, but says she has consistently made bad choices in her adult life to get her to this point.
By her actions, she made a conscious choice that day to let my defenseless tiny grandson, Chance, die a horrible death, choosing an abusive husband over drugs and over the life of her own child.
Both grandparents emphasized baby Chance would still be alive if they could have had more rights over the baby. Laws, they argue, need to be changed in Florida.
I don't ever want to see anyone ever have to go through this pain again.
Mark Jackman, Fox 4, in your corner.
Well, meanwhile, the baby's father, Joseph Walsh, is being held without bond in the Sarasota County Jail. He's expected to stand trial later this year.